Maybe I don't. Maybe it's not clear. I don't know. I think it's clear.
You've been under the review for the last 6 months.
Exactly. Right. And we've only been together for 7.
It's not looking good.
Yeah, you're going to have to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring in I'm interviewing now.
Yes, if you need a recommendation.
Can you stay on the train?
Right.
No, never mind. No, because you know what, you weren't even that good in the position.
Stay on the train.
No.
Ooh, that's so hard.
But yeah, for me, I think that the cutoffs are usually permanent. For me, the cutoffs they've only been associates and extraneous people. They have not been, family folks. No, they haven't been family. Though I'm not opposed to that. I think that if anybody is a detriment, and I'm not saying this lightly, I'm not saying anybody who just gets on your nerves or anybody who disagrees with you or anybody who,
Right, of course.
No, it's not like that. I'm talking about a deep-seated, really just messes with your soul. Just,
who is that? Is this the devil? Who is this nigga?
Some people... No, but some people just don't mean you any good.
No, I got you.
Like, some folk just will play you until they play themselves out, until you be like, look, I'm done. And it's amazing to watch people operate like that. You're like, really?
Yeah, no.
Like, you really gonna keep doing that?
Look, when I come across like scandalous people or whatever, or just grimy, it's like, oh my God, I forgot it was people like that in the world,
Isn't it like a shock to think that folks are like, really,
man,
for
whatever,
real?
I don't care.
Right. Like,
I just like to watch shit burn, nigga. Right, like, yo, thank you is rude.
Like,
Thank you. Like, why is your thank you angry?
but some people are like that, and because we weren't raised that way, I mean, you were raised around dead people, so that's different. They don't have any emotion.
No,
But,
me neither. I'm just, goodbye. Good damn bye. Thanks for playing. Hey,
But really, it's funny when you see people that are just heartless and just cruel.
But I asked you that about the cutoff because most of my cutoffs were like ex-girlfriends or whatever. It's like, all right, we can't. No need in us even having conversation anymore. But I do offer the chance for redemption, for growth. You know what I'm saying? We might get together now. It's an audition. You ain't gonna be on the girlfriend path right away, but let me see.
An audition.
Yeah, let me see where you at now. You okay? You done improved in some things. Your life's going in a better direction. Okay, let's see what this could be. Nope, still crazy. Nope, cut off again.
All right, but in the redemptive stage, what is that for you? Is that just the pleasure seeking for you? Do you just get what you can get because you already know what it
on some percentage, yes, right? But on another percentage, it's really like, what's going on with you? You know what I'm saying? I did enjoy your company at one time, like as a person, like not even just in the bedroom. So let's see where you at now. It might could be.
I'm not gonna lie.
Maybe the bugs was worked out now.
Yeah, I absolutely have done that. Maybe twice.
Okay.
I can off the rip think of 2 separate times that I was like, okay. And one, I was just still so caught up in the situation that when it came back around, I was like, okay, well, let's just see. I mean, let's just see how this is. And fortunately, that second time around, I was not nearly as vested as I was the first time, because I started doing some work on myself. So even though I won't even say I fell prey, because I knew what it was. It's just that I wasn't done. So I felt like, okay, I'm about to go back and, I mean, I know what it's about. I know this is a sucker move, but I'm not going to get caught up again because I've been there, done that.
Yeah, so if you go in there with the right mindset,
you can do it.
I done went back like, this is definitely a mistake. This is a terrible idea, but
this ain't right.
It's about to be fun.
House burning and you running back in. I'm coming. Ain't no dog in there to save. You still going back in. I've definitely done that. And honestly, for me, it might have been a lot of ego, because I think I was pretty much over the person at this point, but just the fact that, the person was like, oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I see you. I'm like, yeah. All right.
Okay. So this question, have you ever been cut off?
Yeah. I'm
interested. What happened?
Yeah. Look, I have to look off and think about it.
I hear like the heart. It was a stormy day.
No, it wasn't even all that. I mean, honestly, and let me just be fair. I don't want to. The only real cutoff I had was somebody I hadn't even known that long, like at all. It was a weird thing, and there are books and things that speak to if you meet somebody and they're super familiar to you, like they honestly feel like you already knew them, like you've already been in a relationship with them.
Yeah.
That should send off some red flags. That should send off some warning signals. And I knew this line of thinking, but I was just so enthralled with, and the guy was just, I mean, he was just so incredibly attractive. He wasn't tall either.
He's a titty duster.
He was a titty I mean, he was taller than me, but still, he was a titty duster.
For next, we're going to work on we need a sign, a signature sound for the titty dusters.
Okay, all right, we go.
Something, I don't know.
He was a titty duster, but he was fine as all get out. And especially, like, he was about to be 50, and I mean, I'm almost 50, but he was about to be 50 and just ridiculous. Anyway, I digress. So, don't do that. Don't act like
no, it's the liquor. I got indigestion.
Ty, it's okay. You don't have to be jealous.
I'm not hating.
I'm here with you now. Ty.
Okay, you're right. Our time together.
It's just me and you.
Our time together is our time together. Our time apart is our time apart. Respect.
You let me do what I do when you ain't with me.
I respect it, baby. My bad. I had a sucker attack right then. I'm back.
Sure
I'm back. Okay, back to the titty duster.
But anyway, so yeah, the titty duster. So he hadn't been around for real long, but he just felt so familiar to me. I've never encountered anything before him or since him. I still don't quite understand.
Is that a bad thing? The quick familiarity.
There's a line of thinking that says yes, because what you have bonded to is the trauma. All right, so and trauma bonding is a very real thing that people talk about a lot now. But if you find a familiarity or a commonality in something that you have experienced over and over again in your past, and it wasn't necessarily positive, then you're probably bonded with the trauma of that thing. So then when you encounter somebody else who sort of even gives off vibes of that, you're not really realizing what it is, probably until, he hits a sucker move, he or she hits a sucker move, then you're like, hold up. This is just like, so-and-so.
That's crazy.
Because when it's good. You don't really, we just get along so well and we click and we blah, 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 blah. And then, it's something that just comes up and you're like, hold up. Wait a minute, you treated me just like, X, Y, and Z.
And I think some people might even recognize it as trauma. They just know it's familiar. Like, oh, okay.
They don't recognize it as trauma. That's the problem with trauma, is that it's so neatly disguised. It's in such a nice little box with a bow. And, for me, it'd be that blue box from that special store.
Tiffany blue.
Yes, a Tiffany blue box with a white bow. But it's so neatly disguised that you don't often know it as trauma. And that's because as human beings, we have to take the hurtful things, because any living thing's job is to keep living, right? And to keep living to the best of its ability. So for human beings, we take all kinds of stuff we've experienced. I mean, look at R. Kelly's girls, but we take all kinds of stuff we've experienced and try to flip it around and make it like it's okay, or make it like it wasn't really as bad as it was. And so with trauma, we label it something and put it away. And so you don't necessarily think that it's a traumatic thing, but if you actually sat with yourself, did some shadow work, and talked to yourself about how those actions made you feel, and how those actions, consequently, the baggage that you have as a consequence of those actions, you would understand that to be trauma.
Yeah, I think some people, maybe that's what, something happens to some people, and I think some people choose to no, I own this. This didn't happen to me. Yeah. I'm empowered by it, and then go off on a path, and it's all denial. It's all like,
absolutely. Yes, it is denial.
But I'm choosing to say this is what happened.
Yeah, and I'm going to embrace this is what happened, and it didn't beat me. And it's like, but you still haven't dealt with it.
In fact, I'm gonna go initiate it now.
Right. Yes. Yeah. And a lot of people do. A lot of people do that. They really absolutely do. And surely with your background and your training, you understand that, but the average person, unfortunately, doesn't. And as colored folk, black folk, we think people just are talking trash. You don't know what you're talking about.
And being honest, when I'm going through it, I don't recognize a lot of times. You don't know. You be right too close, and it's like,
sometimes you don't. And that's why I think it is good to take a step back in any situation. Not even take a step back. Start off back. You looking from a distance. Let me see what this fool is all about. Don't run up on them close. Yeah. Don't get in close first. See what that thing is about, especially if something is super duper familiar to you and it just feels so good. Well, it probably feels so good because it's about to feel like shit in a minute.
Man, right.
Yeah. I mean, just real talk. But yeah, so this dude, man, this fool. Yeah, so he really did. We got in a it wasn't really an argument, but you might want to call. Nobody was yelling, raising voices. It was a disagreement. And I kind of said something smart. I was like, all right, whatever. It was a T name. All right, whatever. And I don't know if I hung up on. I'm not sure. I mean, it could be.
Definitely did.
It could. Don't.
You know what, Trucktavius? I'm sick of this shit.
Trucktavius.
It's over with.
Everybody's name is gonna be Trucktavius.
That's his name. It's in the T. That's the only one I can.
Trucktavius.
That's the only one I know in your history.
Trucktavius. But really, so okay, yeah. And I might have been playing the B word, whatever. I felt how I felt and I expressed it. And that was it. Like, no, nothing. No, I ain't hear from dude again. Now, I will also say I didn't try to reach out to him. So I don't know if I had a call, would he have answered the phone?
Yeah.
I could have probably better said, for sure I was cut off if I had tried. And he just was like, acted like I didn't exist. But I didn't try and he didn't try. And to this day, he's wherever he is. And,
That's it. Now, see, I'm not, if I get to the petty place, it's time to go. It's time to go, whatever. But before it gets there, I'm trying to analyze and study, like, okay, maybe what is this coming from? Like, she's just an asshole. Okay, it's not me. It's not anything wrong, but try to find out, like, maybe this is, I had an ex one time and she used to, the times when she was most sensitive, it's the times she wanted to talk the most shit. So she provoked me. I talk shit back. Now she's crying, and I don't know what to do. Like, what? Right. Why'd you say that to me? Look at you. Why'd you make me do this?
A lot.
Yeah, but it's like trying to understand it. I could have just been like, oh, women are crazy, and just walked off, But it was like, well, what's going on with this? Let me know. I want to make sure I'm really justified in cutting you off. Like, okay, you were definitely toxic. Go.
Right.
But if it's something we can fix, let's try to see if we can fix it for you. Not even for you. Not even for me, but for you.
Because I'm good.
Be better.
I'm doing this for you.
Right. Be better.
How noble of you.
Thank you. I'll try my part for the ladies.
Whatever. How long though does it take you to cut somebody off? Like, how much BS does somebody have to put you through for you to be like, you know what, I'm done?
I'm doing renegotiations around 90 days anyway, so.
Yeah, that's right. You don't even hang in there long to begin with.
But if it makes it past there, I'll try for a solid year. Just to see if we can get over these humps that we've been trying to get over.
Okay, wait, a solid year after the egregious thing they may have done?
Oh, no. Just in general. Just like if it makes it past 90 days.
Oh, okay, then
I'll try it with problems and all. And I'm going to try to, it's going to be performance reports every few weeks.
Try for another 9 months?
Yeah, that's it. 90 days at a time. It makes you honest, keeps you honest.
That's such a mess. I mean, I don't know. I guess if it works. But let me just ask you, in your 90 days, so a lot of people do the 90-day rule, but in their 90 days is, you're not intimate or you're not experiencing sexual actions with or relations with one another.
Right.
Is that your 90-day thing, or your 90-day thing is just to see if you just gonna stay?
This is a chance to see if you're a good fit for the company. You know what I'm saying? It's like
oh Lord.
It's like orientation. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna start 2 weeks in the hole, and we're gonna try this and see. And if you might make it, you might get the job.
2 weeks in the hole.
Yeah, but you're a temp. Just coming in. We're gonna see.
Do they know? Do they know?
Oh yeah. I keep it honest. And listen, it doesn't matter. I'd be like, hey baby, listen, I really love what we got, but normally I go about 90 days before I start acting funny. And they're like, okay, whatever. And then 90 days. But, the one time at the place.
That's because we as women think we can change anything.
Yes,
we think we can move the world.
Yeah, right.
I make this nigga do what I want him to do.
That's an easy win. I'll get him.
Oh, yeah. We definitely think that we can, like y'all are just clay and we going to be up here like God, just molding, breathing life and carrying it like, not really.
For real,
because he was already raised or not. However he got to adulthood, he's there. And he's going to do what he's going to do.
Yeah.
He or she. But again, I will always speak from the sort of heteronormative perspective just because I'm heterosexual. So I don't mean any harm to,
yeah, but
anybody else.
Any woman that don't like me or want to cut me off is a woman that likes liars. Some women want the show. They want oh man, baby, I'm going to buy you the stars, the moon, and the mountains.
Some do, but people just want to feel loved and accepted. Yeah. They do. And I'm not going to let you feel loved and accepted at the expense of my sanity and my, whatever else.
Yeah. Facts.
I have only experienced one individual that I had to cut off because I felt like it was a matter of life or death. Almost. Like
Okay.
it was, I wasn't real sure. I felt like this
whose
thing
life?
could go with mine.
Okay, just making
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't.
No, you
no.
got that little.
What you trying to say?
Behind the eyes.
That ain't.
Just right there.
No, right. What's right?
Right
what,
there.
No, it's not.
That demon.
No, not that demon. Ain't no demon in here. Demon's been exorcised. No.
I'm not crazy. I'm mad as hell. Ah, one of those. Get your shit. Get your shit. All the angry black women.
It's horrible because as a Taurus person, and since I subscribe to astrology, I whatever.
In Venus' name.
Don't even.
Amen.
You tripping. But really, so I take a lot. Don't even go where you could go with this, but I take a lot. And then, so I'm like, okay, I can deal with this. I can deal with this. I can deal with that. I can. So the other person thinks that I'm cool. Like, okay, so I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm, shoot my regular because she's cool. Then when I explode all over the place, they're like, well, hold up. Where did this come from? And it's like, dude, I mean, which is my fault because I shouldn't be, I should address situations as they come up. But in my mind, if you address stuff as it comes up, that can be seen as nagging.
Yeah, if it's a constant thing, it's like, man, you fucked up again today.
If you're constantly effing up, then you constantly need to be told.
Do your
right?
job and you hear things you want to hear.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. You wouldn't do that at your job with the man.
So, okay, so I don't know. Maybe I feel like I have a bad habit of giving people privilege in the beginning before I vet them.
What kind? Yeah.
Just center
Keys
my
to the kingdom,
center
right?
of my world.
Yeah.
Whatever you need, whatever you got, whatever. And sometimes, if you give people privilege that they haven't worked for, they don't respect it.
They don't.
And it's like,
they don't.
This is better. I always get this. No, you don't. You know what I'm saying?
And you and I have children, so we ought to understand that if a young person gets something they haven't earned themselves, they don't appreciate it nearly as much as if they got it for themselves or, they had to put in work to earn it. And so it's no different in relationships. But I'm like you. I'm like, okay, I'm all in.
Yeah.
I'm all in. You all in. We all in.
It's tightening up the screening process because it's like knowing the value of the privilege.
Yes.
It's like with my favorite Bible verse, right? Well, I'm about to start preaching. Hallelujah. Glory. Matthew 6. It's don't give pearls to the swine because they'll surely be devoured. Now, it says about giving holy things to unholy people.
Right.
But I think if anything you have precious, you got to make sure you use discernment to see who you give it to.
Absolutely.
You don't want to give it to a swine. They're going to gobble it up. Oh, pearl. You don't know if it's an apple.
No, that's truth. That's facts.
Yeah.
Really, that honestly is facts. And we do not take the time to vet people. We just think we get caught up in the moment, caught up in feelings and stuff. And we just go with that thing. And like, no, you're giving your precious self, whatever it is that you're giving to them. They ain't earned that thing. And then you're all broken up when they break your heart, but you didn't even vet them to see whether or not they were worthy.
And because I don't want to cut nobody off. I'm trying to build the village. It takes a village. Let's go.
Cut you off.
You ain't gonna cut me off, baby. You love me, girl.
I love you, Tyra. Yeah,
but I'm saying it takes the team though. Like, and I think the vetting would help. It's like, thanks for, we got your application on file.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
I'm taking a look at other applicants.
Yeah.
I have acknowledged your strengths. You do have a good skill set here.
Yeah.
Not sure how it meshes with, the job.
Yeah, but you got to put the strongest team together.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
I'll get back
to
touch. You. Yeah.
Oh, right. That's how it should be.
It is how it should be.
That's how dating should be. That should be just like that.
It should be, but we wouldn't be able to take it.
No.
If a broad told you that they were putting you through some kind of process, you wouldn't even be bothered.
I would try to win and then be resentful after I got some.
See, what kind of bull crap is that?
Because that's what this put me through this stuff.
Is that, right? I mean, no, man.
You could have just said yes yesterday. Now I got to go through all this stuff.
But it's hard, I think, and maybe it's just me. I don't know. But it's difficult when you find yourself attracted to somebody to keep things at arm's length and keep things at a certain level because you just want to go all in. You just want to experience all the goodness and you want to experience all whatever the feeling is, and you don't want to wait for it. You know, you don't want to. And I think sometimes it's because we know we might be disappointed.
Yeah.
a lot of times I think
it.
we see the sucker before we even let him get real close. We see the sucker inside.
I expect to be disappointed. Like I go in. I go in the first date trying to fall in love because I know this is not gonna last long. Let's just get it going.
Why would you try to fall in love the first date though?
Because that's the feeling I like, man. Like,
it's like a drug?
It is.
I mean, but it does release the chemicals and the
When I'm in between relationships, that's what I'm doing. I am on a binge. I'm just out in the streets freebasing pussy. Just I'm just gonna sleep here in the crack house. Give me some more.
I cannot.
But it's like it's supplementing that love that you would get from the right person.
Yeah. I think for me, I've turned into quite the opposite. I'm kind of like, no, I'm good.
You want them cold turkey junkies.
Yeah, right. Like, no, I've been out there in the streets for years.
Yeah,
I ain't fucking around. Like,
that's a hot shot. Be careful.
Right. I know what it's like. I ain't qualifying no more. I'm done. So, I sort of look at everything with, like, how I probably should have been looking at it all along. But I might have an extra layer of, you know what, why bother? Because you ain't, I already know the way you're coming at me is not even, no. And again, we know, I've told you, I've spoken about it before, loved ones of mine who we have the same blood running through our veins have told me that I microwave
Bing!
Negro.
Man.
Which is not the truth. It's not the truth. I don't do that. I mean, but if you acted like a hungry man meal, you deserve to be microwaved.
I just need popcorn mode, baby. It don't take that long.
Really. I like at the age I am now, probably more years behind me than in front of me. So I don't have a whole lot of time to mess around. And I really am a lot more discriminating at this point to the degree where I'm like, no, I'm good. Because if it's not coming right, and I finally figured it out. Like, I finally figured out why I get tired of folk fast. Because I kind of do.
You're just particular.
Well, I'm particular, but, so I'm kind of like all over the place in terms of, like my creativity is not just one thing, right? It's all kinds of stuff. And I like a whole lot of different things. And not that I'm the only person like that. I'm not unique in that. But I like the same in a mate. Like, I don't want a one-trick pony. I'm not a one-trick pony. So I don't want somebody who's only, we just one thing. We only talking about one thing. They're only good at one thing. Like, give me something bring me something new. Let's talk about something different. Let's talk about how you're being creative here or what you're doing over there. Or, like, I love people with vision and people with, aspiration and not just dreams, but actively pursuing and have done some things. That really just somebody I can have a great conversation with and talk shit with. Yeah. Talk about the most important things and the stuff that don't even matter at all.
Absolutely.
And just, folks who are constantly
so
moving.
Sometimes I think about that and I do want that person, right? But maybe it's unfair to look for one person to do all that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no,
you said,
I think so.
You got, I mean, like,
I'm a person like that. There's other people out there like that.
I need my woman to be my woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they can be your woman.
She doesn't have to know about the Dow Jones for me. You know what I'm saying?
But if the Dow Jones is not important to you. Like,
it is, but she doesn't need to know that.
Oh, okay.
She didn't. I don't need.
You don't need to have a conversation.
I got people I talk to about that. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to be able to talk to her about that.
For what? I need her to be my woman.
But what does that mean?
That means the stuff that I need my woman to do. So basically, for me, is feed me, fuck me, have my back, stay pretty. Anything on top of that is all joy and blessings. I'm glad you got skills.
You're so easy.
Basically,
I mean, I guess most men are.
Somebody should have got this right by now. I don't know why I'm still single. I don't know what's wrong.
Because you will only stay for 90 days at a time, dude. Why do you think? Yeah, I guess all men are pretty simple, which is kind of why they stay in situations. Because, well, it's not the best, but she's doing this.
It's keeping the ego intact. Like, if this is your man and you want him, despite how you feel, you can't call him a bitch ass nigga. It's over with. It's just he's not gonna recover from it.
Right, you can't. Yeah, there are some things that are just, even for me, like there's some lines I will not cross because I feel like they're just uber disrespectful and you can't come back from them. Some things there's just no coming back from.
Yeah.
I've actually, well, probably only one relationship. I stuck around knowing, I mean, the person had absolutely crossed the line. And I was still there. I was there physically, but I wasn't really there any other way. I'm like, you know, I'm just waiting for the right time to be like, man, screw you. And, you know, it eventually came. And that's also the situation where I was fearful.
Yeah, right. It happens like that.
But it does. But I think maybe at the beginning, we wouldn't have to find ourselves cutting people off. I don't know.
It's like, is that crack? Nope.
Right.
Let me hit it.
Right.
Look, good enough.
Right. Close.
Close.
Yeah, close. It's
Come
close.
on.
No, I think that we really do need to be more discerning in our relationships, and we need to be more careful with what we get, because we're precious. I know I am. No, we're precious. Each of us. We are precious, and we have things to offer, things to give that other people could benefit from. And I think sometimes because we don't see that value in ourselves, we don't really think it's the value there that anybody else is seeing. And so we just like, I'm just going to do what I feel like doing. No, that's something else. You're just calling it that, but that's something else.
Yeah, but no, it's reckless. You're denying responsibility.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, I don't care, but you should.
You should care.
This is your life. You know what I mean?
That's right. It's your life. It's your feelings. You're taking all this energy from somebody else that's just trash. Do you want that?
I'm not doing that. Life is happening to me.
Yeah, no.
No.
Look,
make some choices.
Right. And that's what I recognize that too. If somebody is just sort of letting life happen to them, I can't.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do that, because you have every opportunity. Like, your life can be whatever it is you want to make it. Whatever it is you want to make it.
Hey, but it's unpopular.
Whatever you speak, it can be.
Unpopular opinion, but everybody talks about being woke and independent and whatever.
Yeah.
A lot of people are comfortable being sheep. They're happy with it. They want somebody to tell them what to do and what's right and what's cool.
Now, you do have to have everybody can't be a leader.
Yeah.
You know what they say, everybody wants to be what is it? Something about chiefs and Indians. I don't even know. That's
too many
just probably
chiefs, not enough
racist,
Indians. But people
we just celebrated Columbus Day. He didn't discover anything.
No, we did not. I said
Right,
Indigenous
they did.
Peoples
I know.
Day.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But he's Italian for them, man. Like, they don't.
He ain't discover anything. Very heavily. Yeah, I just look at them differently. And Hitler, that was a classic case of self-hatred. You're destroying what you are. Dude, what you are. You're not even this grand race that you're trying to create. That's not even you.
I'm not Jewish. I'm Hitler.
Like, for real?
Hail me.
Just disgust. Dude, psychopath.
Yeah.
But yeah,
They should have cut him off. They should have cut him off.
See if somebody had to cut him off.
Cut him off early.
Maybe he did get cut off. Maybe that's the problem.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Man,
I don't know. But do you think that folk that you cut off, how you think they feel? Because I don't go back to them, so I don't really know what they think about.
Black folks will be one of those, but
yeah.
I don't know. I think you can definitely, you know the impact you have on somebody's life.
True.
So it's like, sorry, you know what I'm saying? Your membership has run its course. Thanks for the memories, whatever.
Right.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I got to wash my hands. It was I had a great homeboy, man. Me and him was Trump tight like this, and I even had him working with me. We were living together. First apartment I had together was with him.
Okay.
And he even worked at the funeral home with me.
Oh,
and the
wow.
funeral home is my family's business, right?
Right.
So we got we're doing our thing, and it's opportunities and everything, man. And one day, he that's family business, like I said.
Right.
He stole money from my grandmother.
No. Ooh.
This grandma.
Right.
This grandma. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it was like, you didn't have to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it hurt me. It's like, why would you do this, man? Like, I love you, man. Why would you?
Why didn't you just say, like, if you
If you
needed
needed
something
something or whatever, but had to cut him off. It's like, that's who you are. This is your character. It's not. It don't matter how I feel
Yeah.
about you. You show me.
That might be deserving of a cut off.
Yeah, but it's
that's
like
hard.
I did like Uncle Paulie, like his $500 in the Bible. Now I got to turn my back on you. It's the family. That's how I felt. I'm like,
I mean, yeah.
and it hurt. I'm like, I knew it had to be
sure.
done but it hurt.
Yeah.
And people don't get that. Like, cutting people off, it ain't easy.
It's not. It's not easy. I just make it look like it.
right.
No.
Just slicing Benihana's on niggas. She
Right.
just slices. Right.
Slicing the onion up,
Right.
and put the egg.
That nigga's sushi.
You're right. No, but it does hurt. It really does hurt. Because if you if you've developed enough of a relationship that you feel like you got to cut somebody off, obviously there's ties there, you know, so you're severing something. So it's not easy for you to turn your back on something that meant something to you yesterday and today it doesn't. It still does. You have to work your way out of that thing because you see that it's not doing you any good.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely. And you don't only just grieve the loss of the person, you grieve the loss of the life you thought you were going to have.
What could be.
We were going to be. This was supposed. You were supposed to be there.
Right. I think we do a lot of projecting and forecasting what we imagine. We imagine whole niggas. Like we imagine whole. You get somebody, you're like, yeah, he gonna be. Never in the history of this person has he ever demonstrated to you that he was this thing in your mind.
No, but I thought it.
Yeah, I see this is what you can be. But does he want to be that? Because if he don't want to be it, you can't make him that.
That's a very interesting
Now, you
point.
absolutely can influence your outcome, but you can't make somebody be what they don't want to be. Now, if they're a willing participant in your game, great. But if that's not what they're trying to do, then you just best take your energies and move them on somewhere else and, find a focus of, somebody who wants to fit in to what it is that you're trying to do. But a lot of times we just, for whatever reason, we look so good together. Mm-hmm. What does that even mean?
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
That's what you're there for. We look, oh man, my IG about to go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm there for.
But people think, remember the art show, people think that that's something to say to somebody. Like, well, what is that supposed to, like they told, what does that mean? Why are you telling us that? Like, what am I supposed to do with that now? I mean.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, like, I can build my future off of that. Okay, we know what we look like.
I'm about to start being the asshole I want to be in Hollywood. Like, next time that happens, I'm signing an autograph. Here you go. Here you go, sport. Rub him on the head.
Well, that'd have been great.
Have a jersey, kid. Right.
Have a Coke and a smile.
You're welcome. Just walk through.
Oh, my gosh.
Facts, so.
Yeah, but cutting folk off. Yeah, I've done it maybe too many times, and maybe I just need to vet people better. I don't know. Then I wouldn't have to cut them off.
I heard this dope quote. It was like, don't let negative people let you change your heart. It's good people that rely on your heart being the way it is. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You just vet the people coming in. It's something like that. I'm not saying it right. But
I know that wasn't the quote, that was real wordy.
You saw it. I saw the little tear in your eyes.
Tear.
He's Edgar Allan Poe. No.
Edgar Allan.
Yeah, but no, like that's true though. Like you can't change your heart. Like if negative people make you change your heart,
you shouldn't change your heart.
It's going to affect the good people. Like vet people and make sure your good heart goes where it's supposed to go.
But your good heart ultimately, and that's okay. So if we look at ourselves as the most important thing, which is what each of us is, the most important thing, then and you treat yourself as such, then of course others will be able to benefit from that thing. So it's not about what's around you. It's about you, because nobody should beat you loving yourself. Nobody should love you more than you love you. Mm-hmm. Nobody should. Because I don't care if a woman gave birth to you, she still does not know the fine intricacies of you, because as a human being, you grow and you have your own feelings, your own thoughts, your own whatever. And yes, she's going to love you with everything that she has, but you still should even beat your own mama loving you.
No, facts.
Everybody should love themselves more than anybody else. And we don't do that.
Yeah. I don't like when a woman loves me too much.
Why, you think she's crazy?
No,
Fatal Attraction, Glenn Close.
It's unnecessary. Like, I'm going to give you the same amount of effort I've been giving. Like,
which is some shit.
No, it is shit. Shut up. It is great. Check my resume. All my customers are satisfied. Y'all check it out.
Yeah, right. Give me names and phone numbers. I'm going to start calling women. I'm going to be like, excuse me.
Where is it at?
Doing a survey.
This is going to be on the season finale. We're going to have a couple of my exes up here.
Oh, yeah. We have to. Let's see, can I get a couple of mine?
Hey, for real. Look, this is why I have to cut him off, because I try to teach him truth. I try to teach him how to fight fair.
And the American way.
And the American way, yes. No, my way. But that way, when his time comes, it's like it's no misconceptions. It's not like me stuck in my character. It's like, well, we have to go. You know the rules.
But you know people don't listen. You know women particularly don't listen to
Doesn't
that.
matter. This is what we agreed to.
what we agreed to, or what you agreed,
What
what
we
you
agreed
said,
to.
and figured it was going to
If
stick.
you agree, I put it out there. If you want to agree to it, cool. If you're not, then cool.
I'm gonna need you to make women sign some contracts.
I got, man, I wish I could find this side nigga contract I had.
Oh my gosh!
I was dating this
Seriously,
lawyer.
Ty?
She had a whole 2-page initial here,
No,
sign
she
here.
didn't.
It was and rules of engagement for side love.
She had
whatever
like an
we're
NDA.
doing. It was.
Stop! Wow, that's interesting.
I'm gonna see if I can find. I'm gonna bring it up.
You
so we can
signed
get
it?
Yeah.
Really?
Everything checked out. I had my lawyer look at it. It was no. It was good.
No, because you do something like that
It was
and
good.
think nothing of it.
Professional hedonism.
No, right. Taking this to another
We got
level.
rules and shit.
Yeah, no. I'ma still need you to vet people better than that.
I do need to.
Unless all you want is, heartbreak and hoism, and if you want that,
I don't.
if you want it.
I don't want to have to cut nobody off, but I think I would like a 3-woman rotation. You know what I'm saying?
Tyrone.
No, I'm just saying. Hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. Just 3 different women, like one on Monday, one on Wednesday, one on Friday. As a matter of fact, it could be the same bras, and then I'll throw in the 3rd one for whatever. But
You do the most. Go on.
just saying, but just to
How does this rotation go?
balance it out. So I don't know, I'm making up names. Agatha on Monday, Mildred on Wednesday, right? Maybe Agatha on Friday, right? And then every now and then we'll get Ethel. She'll come in. That's the 3rd one, right? But I don't want to have to just the regular confines of a regular man-woman relationship.
Yeah.
Sometimes seems like a lot. Like I believe in the happily ever after and my wife. I do.
I don't know if
I've
you do,
tried it, but
Tyrone.
I'm on my 17th ex. I have to.
The fact that you're counting, I guess that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Okay, your 17th ex, that's definitely not your body count.
Oh no. Yeah, that is. I'm not ashamed. It's under
I
100.
know you're not ashamed.
It's under 100.
Okay, really?
Serial monogamous, man. I've been 90
I'm
days
sorry,
here.
did you already have that?
90
did
days
you get
there.
that from me, or
Do
did
what?
you already have that phrase?
Serial
that phrase?
monogamous?
Yes.
No, I had that too.
Did you really?
Number 18.
Yeah. Man, I got my track shoes on. Ain't nobody messing with you, Tyrone. Ain't nobody messing with you. I see you
18th
coming up
18th is the
miles
charm.
away.
That's the
Look, I got
charm.
my Puma gear on right now.
Our relationship could vote. This is number 18. We can make this happen.
No, legalist to anyone.
But no,
sir.
actually, I've been on actively not trying to be in a relationship because it is at the 17th. It was like, well, I do like the affection of a relationship, but I don't want to hurt nobody. So this is me trying not to have to cut nobody off.
Because you just have all the power.
Well, no,
Because
but
we let y'all have the power.
y'all have the power too.
We do, but we don't often realize it because we're almost brainwashed into thinking that it's not us. But we do.
I don't agree with that.
We got that. We had a power.
And not
We
even-
make
not
the
even-
rules,
not
but
even
we
just
don't
sex.
even realize
I know
it.
a bunch of relationships where women are in charge. Like this is a matriarchy. This is a female dominant relationship.
Is the man happy in it? Is he okay with that?
He seems content. I don't know. I would say yeah. He seems.
Most people call those women ball busters. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I'm just, a lot of people do.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. Like I think if you find what makes you, but some people like that. If you find what makes you happy, I say do it. But I don't know, man. People aren't honest. If you're honest in the beginning, you have to cut folks off. They know exactly what they're getting. Let them choose.
Yeah. And so when you end things, you don't have to do it in such a drastic cutoff sort of way. Because that's what, at least for me, like, when I cut them off, like, you don't really get any warning.
Yeah.
Because I've given you warning. So when I just block you, which is,
Right.
that's like my signature move. Finish him.
Just
Finish him. When I go in and hit that. Block this caller.
Rex is gone.
Oh, God, that's so
See,
unfortunate.
that's I never block anybody. I should.
Really?
Yeah. Never had a reason to.
Cousins like that, and I'm like, you don't block. And I'm like,
I
no,
make
because
people block me.
I don't want people disturbing my peace. And at the point at which I decide that you can no longer operate in my orbit, when you contact me and when you try, like, you're disturbing my peace. So I have to keep you, I have to keep you away. So that's why block is my, my signature move. That's
Yeah.
finish him. That's my move. Yeah, blocking. Or exactly. But yeah, cutting people off, that's something to think about. We didn't even get to talk about cutting off relatives. Now, like, that's not something I've done, don't know anything about, but I would imagine shoot, if you had to, if they was treating you like some sucker in the street, you might have to cut them off too. I don't know.
It's tough because y'all love the same people.
You do.
You know,
yeah.
you're going to be
some
around
relationships
each other.
are like that too. You got people in common. Yeah. So it's something to think about. You know, when you get into situations, into relationships, vet these people first. Make sure. Don't cast your pearls before swine, right?
Absolutely.
While you was up here preaching. Yeah. But yeah, it ain't nothing to cut them off though if that's what you got to do. But absolutely, thank you for joining us for another episode of Tea Time with Tocombamaria. We talk about real stuff. We bring some humor to it, but it's real stuff. It's stuff to think about. Even after the show, consider how you do, how you are, how you be.
For real.
But when you change how you view things, for real, you change how you do things, right? Absolutely. That's like my word. Absolutely.
It's absolute. This is happening.
It is. It's definite.
I like that.
It is the thing. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you for all the support. I appreciate you, whether you're joining live or you're watching it later on. Please like and subscribe. WeUpRadio.com. You can find me at T_KNICOLE 426. I know that's long. On IG.
A lot of letters.
It's a lot of letters. Hey, I'm a lot of woman.
No, sure no.
Okay.
Whole meal.
Yes.
Whole steak.
Yes. But again, WeUpRadio.com, Tea Time with Tocombamaria, and he is Tyrone.
Yes, and you can find me on IG, KRAYZT9 on IG, and we'll be back next week with some more stuff about relationships and all that good stuff.
That's right. And look out for Crazy T on a comedy stage near you, because he's coming, y'all.
I'm coming, man.
Coming.
I'm be on your mama's porch telling jokes. I'm out here. We out, y'all. Peace.
We out.